The war may have started in one region, but now its impact is spreading across the entire world. From rising oil prices to global power shifts, what we are seeing right now is not just a conflict, it's a growing global crisis. And the situation is evolving fast. As tensions continue in the Middle East, one of the biggest concerns right now is energy. The ongoing instability around the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most critical oil routes in the world, is putting pressure on global supply. Nearly a significant portion of the world's energy passes through this region. And any disruption here doesn't just affect one country, it affects everyone. Experts are now warning that the impact is already being felt. Fuel prices are rising, airlines are facing increasing costs. And in Europe, there are even warnings of possible fuel shortages in the coming weeks if the situation continues. Some reports suggest that disruptions could lead to flight cancellations and wider supply issues. But the economic impact doesn't stop there. According to global financial institutions, this conflict is creating a major shock to the global economy. Countries that rely heavily on energy imports are especially vulnerable. Rising costs could lead to inflation, slower growth, and increased pressure on governments worldwide. And while this is happening, something else is quietly unfolding. China is using this moment to shift its global strategy. As attention remains focused on the Middle East, China is increasing its diplomatic and strategic influence in other regions. Reports suggest that Beijing is actively engaging with multiple countries, positioning itself as a stabilizing force while expanding its reach. At the same time, tensions in East Asia are also rising. China is increasing pressure around Taiwan and strengthening its regional posture, sending a signal that global attention being elsewhere may create new opportunities. This creates a bigger picture. While one conflict dominates headlines, other power moves are happening in the background. And that raises an important question. Is the world entering a new phase of global competition? Because what we are seeing is not just a single war, it is a chain reaction. A conflict triggers economic shock. Economic pressure shifts global strategies. And those shifts create new tensions in different regions. At the same time, markets are reacting in unpredictable ways. Despite the ongoing crisis, stock markets have shown signs of recovery, driven by expectations that the conflict might remain limited or that negotiations could resume. But experts warn that this optimism may not last if the situation worsens. Because the risks are still there. If energy supplies are disrupted further, if more regions become involved, or if diplomatic efforts fail, the impact could be much larger than what we are seeing right now. And that's why this moment matters. We are not just watching a war. We are watching how that war is reshaping the global system, economically, politically, and strategically. For now, uncertainty remains high. The conflict continues, energy markets remain under pressure, and global powers are adjusting their strategies in real time. The coming days will be critical, because what happens next could determine whether this remains a regional crisis or becomes something much bigger. This is News Insights. Subscribe for the latest updates on global events.